connecting you to our community, 11 Connects. Welcome to 11 Connects. I'm your host, Jen Lennon. Today I'm joined by Carlson. He is the CEO and founder of Carlson Financial. So welcome, Carl.
Great to be here virtually.
It is good to see you. This is our new way of meeting, and I'm so glad that you're joining us this way. and we get a peek into everybody's houses, so that's always fun too. Lovely library you have, Carl.
Oh,
So I am glad to have you here, though, because we've talked over the past few months about different policies, government policies. One in particular, the Secure Act, that was just passed a few months ago, but things have changed. That's a phrase we're hearing a lot. What do we need to understand about the Secure Act, how it impacts IRAs? Fill us in.
So under the Secure Act, the one of the big things that they changed was the required minimum distribution. So that's money that when you hit a certain age, you have to take that money out of your IRA and pay taxes on it.
Right, and this is even if you inherited an IRA now.
Yes, both.
Yeah.
Either your own IRA or an inherited one. And you had to take the money out at age 70 and a half. The Secure Act changed that and said age 72.
Okay.
So people can wait now another year and a half. But now with the changes from the coronavirus, they have now said you do not even have to take a required minimum distribution for this year.
Wow, that's a big change.
Yeah, big change. So no longer, if you don't need the money, you can leave it in there so you don't have to pay the taxes on it.
Okay, so what if you were kind of ahead of the game and you were following the Secure Act and you already did take it out for this year? Are you out of luck or?
Not necessarily. So there's two things. One is if you've done it within the last 60 days, you can do a rollover, roll it back in. You can put the money back into the IRA. That's a 60-day rollover. Now, if you've gone beyond the 60-day period, then there are still some exceptions that are being granted. If you were affected by COVID-19, and I mean, almost who wasn't, but if you were affected by COVID-19, then you may still be able to put it back in, even if it's beyond the 60 days. But all the final regulations aren't out on that yet, but I would be watching for that because you could have the opportunity to put it back in. And
with IRAs as well, on sort of the other end of that, if you wanted to contribute to an IRA, you can still do that now to impact your 2019 taxes, correct?
Yes, normally you have to do that by April 15th, Jen, and now they've extended that, and they say you can do that all the way up until July 15th.
Got it. So there's some tricky things happening with investments. This is where we need someone like you to walk us through, right?
Yeah. Also, if you've been affected by COVID-19, you can take out up to $100,000 of your IRA. And if you're under 59 and a half, you don't have to pay a penalty.
Wow. Okay. So how do we start the conversation with you, Carl? How do we find out the details?
Yeah, give us a call. We have advisors that can answer those questions for you. And then if you want additional help, we'll be there to do that. And we can be reached at 844-CARLSON. So, or online, carlsonfinancial.com. Our advisors, our investment teams, we are really up on all these things that are going on, so we can be helpful.
So take a breath. No need to be overwhelmed right now.
Yes.
You can help us with the numbers part.
Definitely. Yeah.
Got it. Well, thank you so much, Carl. And thanks for breaking that down for us as things are ever changing. We appreciate it.
Glad to do it. Thanks, Jen.